Hi, Sarah.
I am the sales manager for the company.
We love your brand. We
Oh,
love EcoKids. We have a lot of EcoKids and Closest.
mhm.
And I will give you more information about Closest. We are a sustainable marketplace and we sell only products made by American business. It's not always made in USA because it's difficult,
Sure.
but it's always from American business. And it's always with sustainability, where eco-friendly
Mhm.
or zero waste, or sometimes just organic. And we are very focused about to explain to people that it's important to buy local with American business.
Sure.
And we are focused on ocean, and we give back 1% for the foundation of Captain Paul Watson.
Mhm.
And now he helps us to preserve the whales on Iceland. So we are glad to be part of this story.
Yes.
And in meantime, I create a YouTube channel. The name is Green for the Blue, Green for the Ocean. And I interview a lot of New Yorker. We have a sustainable idea. It can be artists, it can be brands, it can be architect, or whatever. If it's someone who can help us to be more sustainable, I interview them. And today I would like to present to our customers what's exactly EcoKids, because we sell a lot of our product, but people, I'm sure, would like to learn more about it.
Mhm.
So can you explain to us how EcoKids started?
Yes. Well, EcoKids was created in 2008 by a husband and wife couple called Skip and Cami Weeks. And they originally brought to market a first product, which was called EcoDough, which was very much a traditional homemade formula for non-toxic plant-derived Play-Doh, essentially. And they had three children, and it slowly expanded the line into several more products that were really focused on creative tools for kids that were non-toxic, plant-based, sustainably packaged, really focusing on helping kids to really dive into that creative outlet, but also focusing on what goes in the products. So non-toxic, plant-based ingredients, but also how the products came packaged. And the company was purchased in 2019 by Roxanne Quimby, who was the co-founder of Burt's Bees. And they have since moved operations. 90% of their products are still being made in the United States, but we moved from Portland, Maine to Raleigh, North Carolina. And the line continues to expand. Many of the products have been reformulated and repackaged with those same ideas in mind. I think it was Cami that had created the slogan, "Creative Play the Natural Way." And we very much still follow that motto. We try to, wherever possible, there is no plastic in our packaging. There are a couple of products that we haven't quite cracked the code yet, but still continue to try to do that. But, again, new things coming out all of the time.
Yes, I know sometimes it's difficult for some products.
Mhm.
One of the favorite products, oh, sorry, I was looking. My girls love this one.
Oh, okay.
And yes, today I bring only product made with plastic, but I would like to talk about it because I know that sometimes it's very difficult to use paper or
Correct.
other thing, like
Correct.
for the bubbles.
Mhm.
But my kids love it, and I'm so proud of it because it's plant powered. I don't know if we see that.
Yes. Yeah. Our bubbles formula.
And I imagine that it's very difficult to use something else for the bubbles other than plastic.
Yes. We are looking at some alternatives, potentially moving to some aluminum packaging in the future. The problem is that also what we try to do is keep our pricing accessible to everyone. Many times when you look at sustainably made products, they can be 25% or more, more expensive.
Yes.
So we like our products to remain accessible to as many people who who can use them. So we are certainly looking into that possibility. But for now, we have our bubbles formula. We also, what's important is what's in the product as well as how it's packaged. And it's certainly free of parabens and SLS and phthalates and some things that we don't always consider, especially with the bubbles formula, when you're blowing them out, it's landing on the grass and going into the environment. And so we worked hard at trying to come up with a formula that was non-toxic for the environment as well as who was using them.
Yes, it's exactly why I love this product so much. And I don't avoid that it's plastic, but I imagine sometimes if you use glass, it's dangerous for the kids too. So
certainly.
So it's why it's one of my summer favorites. And I love so much the Buzzy Box too. We sell a lot during Christmas time and during summer too. We sell a lot of the Buzzy Box too. We love this one too. With the first one has the candles, and the second one has the dog too, and it's one of our favorites.
Yes, and we will, for the newer products coming out, will be variations of that. We've created a make your own eco dough kit that's fairly new in the last few months. So that is you get a powdered formula of 5 different colors of our plant-based eco dough formula, and it's a really nice exercise to be able to teach a child how to begin reading a recipe and putting ingredients together. And it's a no cook activity. So it's just adding those ingredients, many of which are pantry or household items, and mixing, and then you get these wonderful colors and your own dough to play with. So there'll be more activities like that coming out. We hope to kind of change it up and keep things rolling out there.
Oh, and yes, I love too your paint figure. Mm-hmm. Like you say, how do you make the color? It's can you explain to us more about it? For the color, for the paint,
So many of our colors are naturally derived. So they come from, certainly for our finger paint, they are food-based pigments. So turmeric and annatto blend that yellow flavor, that yellow color. Blueberry, some cabbage colors for the blue. So we really try to, from beginning to end, for that formula specifically, you think of a young child having it all over their hands, as inevitably goes in the mouth. It's all essentially food-based products, so totally non-toxic, and everything coming from plant-based formula.
Yes, I'm never afraid when my daughter she eats some finger paint.
Yes.
It can be it's not stressful, like that you can let her just playing and not be afraid about what can be happen, mouth or nose or.
Correct.
It's very less stressful for parents.
Correct. Yes. And fun.
Exactly. Fun for the kids and good for the parents.
Yes.
And what I want to say, yes, and what do you know what the founder called EcoKids?
I can't speak directly to that, unfortunately, but I can suspect that it came out of creative products geared towards kids, and all with an eco-friendly route to them. Again, looking at ingredients as well as how it was packaged and the impact that it makes, or the low impact that it has on the environment, and shipping and all of that. So I think it's a great, very simple name for a line that really tells the story right out front.
Yes, it's so easy to remember.
Yes.
It's perfect.
Yes.
And I think we already explained that why it's good for the environment, why your products are good. But do you have something else important to add about how you make the product and something that, because sometimes the customers don't see everything about a product, and you can explain everything on the packaging because there's
Right.
not so much.
Right.
Do you have something that you want to add about it?
Well, again, there are three sort of main focuses that we have. First and foremost, we're creating creative tools for kids. So really nurturing that artistic side and helping that brain development. And in that way, we try to be really gender neutral in our products. So you're not going to see a lot of pinks or sparkles or, robots or pirates. It's really trying to make it very, very neutral. The other thing that we try to do is certainly in our activity kits, is to really help really steer reducing screen time and engagement between parents and caregivers and their kids, that to, really have activity time together and that creative space, and a lot of fun tools to be able to use.
Yes.
And then our other, area is our ingredients. So we're try to be very thoughtful about what kinds of materials we're using in all of our products. And again, our packaging is another piece of that. We also try to be very thoughtful when we're bringing products to market. How can we do this without the use of plastic? Many of our products are in powder form, so they don't have, because they have the absence of water, we don't need to put preservative in them, but also it reduces our carbon footprint in making a lighter product to package and shuttle across the country. So all of those components go into how we bring new products to market, but also what we have as our core line.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, it's true what you said about. I give back some example, but the finger paint, it's definitely not heavy. It's like a cloud when you.
Yes, yes, very light. Mm-hmm.
Yes, totally. And are you on your life a sustainable woman too, or do
I
you?
am, yes,
Yes.
very much.
And
I
did you
come
start
from,
before Eco Kids or after?
pardon me?
Did you start a sustainable life before Eco Kids, or it started when you work in Eco Kids?
No, that's been a part of me, part of my lifestyle for many, many years.
Oh yes.
I spent many years in the natural foods industry, and it's very much an extension of my lifestyle. So meeting Roxanne and the team from Eco Kids was very much an easy integration. I do think that it's important to continue to put products, but also just really engage in activities that really help our overall health. And one of those things is spending time together and also engaging in other activities other than a screen or
Yes. Yes. For us, we start a sustainable life for a long time ago. Like we are French,
Mhm.
and I always ate or eat organic product or from farm, and it's why we start to live in New York because we came to open a zero waste restaurant.
Okay.
But with COVID, everything changed, and it's why we say maybe we can continue our fight against climate change and create an e-shop because we saw a lot of pollution from Amazon, and we
Yeah.
say we need to change it. And we would like to so much have a good relation with our sellers because it's we are all on the same boat to fight against climate change, and so it's why we are not aggressive and we have this price very easy for all, for the customers and for the sellers, and we try to be very good and sustainable in our relation.
Yes. I think it's great. It's important to be able to connect with other like-minded companies and create a marketplace where there's more of this available. If it became more mainstream, the impact that we would have down the line would be tremendous.
And there's a lot of solutions too that we, yes, and we are proud of it. We try to change the e-commerce. And I think we say everything. I think we talk about how you make your product, the sustainable way. We talk about you too, and I think if you have something to add, I think it's a good time because I think we say everything.
I think what I would add, some exciting new things coming are always we're creating new products for our EcoKids line, but we just very recently launched a new line for adults called Elsewhere. So there'll be some more sustainable products coming out for that line, focused towards older kids and adults, and trying to invite more easier, more accessible ways of doing art in a daily lifestyle, creating products that are, trying to create the message that you don't have to be a pro to do and create art. And really, that'll be an interesting, we'll have more to come on that, but we're very excited about that change as well.
Oh, yes, I forget to ask you, because we often say that sustainable products are better for the earth, but sometimes we not focus about what the benefits for our kids. Because like you said, that there's some chemical products are avoided in your product, but what this product can make on the health of our kids. It can be asthma.
I personally, I think that there are so many aspects to living a healthy lifestyle. And I think creating an outlet where you have some practices that really nurture different sort of brain activity and brain development can help, create hopefully habits that stay with you for a lifetime. And if we have other outlets to become connected to other people and our surroundings, but also have ways of managing stress and being more mindful, I think that starting that activity at a younger age and creating space for that in your life as an adult can really make a big impact on your mental and physical health. And having access to products that also are very low impact on the environment really ties that all together. So I think that's what I would say.
Yes, I think it's totally better to. I found some university explains that when your kids can touch the nature and be on the nature, they, like you say, it's not the same evolution on the brain. They feel more confident, they feel less stressful, and they can grow in another way, and it's always better. Like
Yes.
for us, when you work on the forest, it's always better for the stress, for
Yes.
feeling in life.
Absolutely.
And can we just talk about the chemical product that we can find in other products than EcoKids, and can be very bad for the kids?
Alternative products in that same,
Yes.
One of the things first and foremost is, we also try to create our products. When you take our packaging and ingredients, for instance, there are so many toys and play related products that are out on the market that come with an exorbitant amount of trash just to get to the product. Just the packaging in and of itself goes right into the landfill before you even get to that product at the very end. So that's a first step, is hopefully maybe indirectly teaching a child that their play tools shouldn't come with a bunch of things that go directly into the trash, but also the actual product that they are using should be, not harmful to them in any way. And there are so many things that go into toys and art-related products that are harmful chemicals, that not only they don't biodegrade, but they're also, most importantly, can be toxic to use. We try to just be as gentle as possible in our approach and how we make anything that a child is going to use.
Yes, it's why I was not confident sometimes to buy on Amazon too, because you know that you can find everything, and sometimes you don't know that in some toys you are thinking, oh, it's new, it's great, it's nice, but sometimes you don't know that there's a lot of chemical products that are very bad for the environment and for your kids too. And they take the toys and put on the move, and sometimes the chemical products are on the paint too. A lot of paint are very chemical, and it's toxic for our kids. But we don't think about it because it's a new product. But we need to think about it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it's important. And the other side of that too is how our products are made to be used until they are done, and not also land again in the trash at the end of the big box of broken crayons that you have at the end of. They're meant to be used up until they're done, and comes full circle.
Oh, do you know, I have a fun fact to explain to us. Sometimes when our product that we have at home with us, sometimes it's a box with destroy or something like that, and we can't sell it. So the next time we had 4 dog, the box was a little destroyed, and we give back to a free shop just close to our home, and I sent a message on Instagram. I say, free dog from Eco Kids and from Closest. It's free because we can sell it. And do you know what? In 30 minutes, everything was
gone. Yes, I'm sure. Nobody can beat a free product.
Yes, and it's a very fun product. So, sometimes we prefer to do something like that than put on the garbage and say, no, it's a better way, I think. Thank you so much, Sarah, for this discussion with you. I'm so glad to have you. And I can't wait to have more information on your new product for adults and for kids.
Yes. I will definitely provide that to you so you can
send to us a lot of info about it, and we can't wait to work more with you.
Thank you.
Bye, Sarah. Thank you.
Thank you.
When I will stop to recording, everything will stop.
Okay. Understood. I wasn't sure. Okay.
Yes.
Hi, it was nice to meet you.
Sarah.
Okay, bye.